Hey, welcome back to another Habs Nation Podcast with the hockey coach, local franchise directly for beautiful country of Thailand. One amazing, great Monday night, February 26, 2024. Hopefully, an amazing, great day so far. Everything looking good for your start of the last week of February. And I decided to come back at the last minute because I would like to talk about the Montreal Canadiens, and that's what I want to do for the next hour, talking about the Montreal Canadiens and the crazy game in NHL. If you look, the Washington against Ottawa Senators, it's right now 6-3 Caps over the Senator, like Shock just mentioned in the chat. So that's happening here on this show tonight. Hopefully you're doing well, like I mentioned to you. And we want to welcome the moderator, Luciano Graziano. Sit at home. Directly from Ontario, waiting for the Toronto Maple Leafs play tomorrow night. And then Mr. Nartap, the co-host of the Hockey Nation, for the weekly recap, and of course the locker room report every Sunday night and Wednesday night. We'll be back Wednesday night for the locker room. We know Montreal Canadiens are going to play tomorrow night at home against the Arizona Coyotes. The Arizona Coyotes did not win any game in the last 12 games. And for the Montreal Canadiens, they lost the last 5 games. So we'll be interesting what's happening on that game. We know Samuel Montembeault is going to be between the pipe. But we can talk about this a bit later. Mr. Roy is back in the house this morning. Welcome back, Mr. Roy. Thanks to be with our Canadian show. Coach, you have to put this bigger. You're absolutely right about that. I'm going to put this bigger. We'll see what's happening now. And better. It's a little bit better. Better about that. Mr. AK back in the house. Sit at home in Alberta. Wait for the big game between the Edmonton Oilers and the Los Angeles Kings. So this is another game. We're going to look about this the next couple hours and watching that game here from the Hockey Nation. And we'll see what's happening. Mr. William McCary back in the house. Welcome back, William. Hopefully you're doing well directly from Ontario. And glad to have you aboard. And thanks to stop by. I think cannot get any worse for the Senator. Luciano mentioned to you, to us tonight. Yes, Senators. 6-3 against the Washington Capitals. Arber Xhekaj back in the house from New Jersey. Give us some result. The Islanders take the lead 1-0 against the Minnesota Star. And then the Capitals winning 6-3. Thanks so much, Mr. RJ. Always delivery, great contents about the news and update. Thanks for all the like we got. LDP is in the house tonight. LDP from Newfoundland, the new dad. Hopefully doing well, you, your wife, and your family. And the little one, glad to have you aboard. Hopefully you're back from the gym, LDP. We'll see about this. Rambert was thought not to be a cocky young kid coming into the NHL, Luciano. About this one. And Patrick Leblanc back in the house tonight. Patrick, hopefully you're doing a great start of your Monday. And he's going to tell us what's going on for that one tonight. Bet of the night combo. Pierre-Luc Dubois and Brett Marchand to get 2 shots on the net for 2.5. Yeah, it's a little bit low about that, Patrick. But glad to have you aboard. 7 like RJ, yeah, look like a quiet night again. I don't know what's going on. Thursday, we don't have a lot of people watching the game. And then yesterday at the show, we don't get a lot. And then tonight, not much. And then the game at Saturday afternoon, not many, honestly. Was one of the lowest. But it is what it is. It's part of the game. Bob's is in the house tonight. Bob's directly from Ontario. Welcome back, Bob's. Thanks for being with us. I'm going to respond to your email today. Bob's, a little bit more time. I'm working on some other project, but we'll see. Hopefully the sound is good for that. Yesterday at the end of the show, I don't know why the sound was my mic. It was like a bubble. Was bubble. Right? I'm in shape this morning, guys. Honestly, I'm in shape. I feel good this morning. Back from the gym early this morning. Poor guy. We have some, my condominium, it's a little bit private. And we have some guards. One work at the gates and work at the office. And I think they changed during the shift. I believe they work for 24 hours. The gym opened at 6:15 in the morning, and he was not there. So I waited until 6:30. I said, nothing good there. So I went to the gate, and he tried to reach his buddy. His buddy was asleep. He popped up at 6:40 about that. I'm not going to report, poor guy. You know what I mean? Like 22 years old, tried to make some money, and, I don't want to be the bad guy for him. So, but I went to the gym, and I teach someone at the gym this morning. So, good morning, good start of the day. And I'm going to fly that one and create another video. Anyhow, this is happening about that. Another obviously those culture they would have to win two of the three basic of the last 25 game. I agree with you about that. Zef Lacab knocked the door. Zef, thanks to be with our initial live show. I appreciate that. That on Martin Saint-Louis media conference regarding Arber. I would like to hear that's from Frankie, but Frankie is not here yet. Look, they don't. Martin Saint-Louis, in my opinion, can sell anything to anyone in the world. Like, I'm telling you right now, he can sell anything to anyone. Like, in the press conference, he mentioned, like, the last 5, 6 games, Montreal played a great hockey game. It just did not win. And he showed the reason behind that. But I'm going to talk about this a bit later. But for Arber Xhekaj, good. Listen, right now he played his best hockey of the year. You never know what could be the flip side of that. But again, Martin Saint-Louis gave the young players when they deserve it. And when he feel like this, they play properly the right thing the right way. And when the game showed to them what he should do, that's what Arber is going to be a good asset for the Montreal Canadiens if he stay on what he can do. And the time will tell us what it will be a ceiling. But again, great comments about Martin Saint-Louis, about Xhekaj. Looking powerful, coach. I have some kind of looking good this morning, Roy. I'm losing like my red skin, like I got like a burn last week when I walk outside, but it's okay. Not a big deal. Not showing an old man anyway. Red back in the house. Alexei, how you doing, my friend? Glad to have you aboard. Alexei, what's going on with your NHL draft? Tell me what your top 10. Run with Kings is in the house tonight. That's directly from Utah. Run with looking like AK, looking for the game between Edmonton and the Los Angeles Kings. The game's going to start in 30 minutes, I believe, or something like that. Top 5 is winning or no grabs for Bourne and Habs. Culture, we are not expected to win. Zeb Lacab about that. Good evening, Auntie. We don't know the question for Luciano. Bring the question tonight, guys. I'm here for all your questions. If you want to talk about anything, I'm open up. This is a show I bring at the last minute. I feel like it would be fun to talking each other about anything. So bring your question. I will do my best to answer to all questions. Anyhow, Luciano, you can tell in the press conference, person 8, the name, the sheriff, I believe, is just right to protect Arber. But at the end of the day, this name came from the defense, right? I don't think so. Anybody in the locker room call him the sheriff at the end. This nickname, you have to carry on that all the time. And you're absolutely right about this. You want to protect him. You want to be sure he is not recognized as a sheriff, but more as a hockey player. And I think that's the way I feel like Martin Saint-Louis would love to Xhekaj become an NHL. Bob's, they have no rush to respond to that email. Often it takes more than 200 characters probably describe its fun scenario. Now, okay, no problem, but I read it. By the way, it was great comments from you, but I like to respond, and I will definitely do this in the next 24 hours. I always think what Albert will, with his skill, he won't give up about that. But that's what his personality, that's what his characters, right? Now, is carry on this on the consistency to become a solid defenseman in NHL. And I'll be honest with you guys, I don't worry about top 4 or top third pairing, second pairing. What I'm looking for any young players play with the Montreal Canadiens right now is their consistency to perform every game. They're going to make mistakes, right? But we hope they're not going to repeat the same mistake and they get better on the different area of their game. And that's what they have to be sure. For me, this is Arber I'm looking for. Game of the night, Ron Luciano. Mr. Nicolas de Boudreau and my Nicolas de Bono is in the house tonight. Welcome back. I will not worry. Ron King got this good reverse psychology on the Willie Snyder knocked the door with the moves. Do you get the trophy, Willie? And my friend in the chat, I would have won the first ever hockey tournament. Congratulations for the moves about that one. Saint no reverse and à tape. Luc Lafortune knock the door from l'Ange Gardien. Salut mon Luc, j'espère que tout va bien. Edmonton, always a challenge for LA, and they hopefully not a third year in the row on the playoff run. About that. Who is the deputy? Look like it's Martin Saint Louis. Journalist who asked the question, call him the sheriff or just lacking absolutivity and play a cheerleader role there. About that one over there. Thanks for all the live we got tonight. Dallas Matt Shine, what a great asset, Matt Shine for the Dallas Star at $3 million. Luc Fortin, welcome back in the house, Luc Fortin. Do you think that is worth going after Zegras? Great question about that. Many of you people does not want to have Trevor Zegras. I respect about this. I don't have no problem for this. But in my opinion, Trevor Zegras with the right price tag come trade back. I think Trevor Zegras could be a good asset for the Montreal Canadiens. Top 6 for sure. And we don't have those kind of players, obviously, for the Montreal Canadiens. But again, the price have to be fair. And too expensive, I will not touch it. Eto, also with the name like the Sheriff, Arber lose a fight. The other team fan base will start to market their name. Martin has been wise and careful. A little bit what your A2, your comments is exactly what Luciano tried to do that. And I think both of you are so right about this. And yes. Zev Lacab is agree with you. Zev guy is very good, by the way. Zev guy gave a lot of knowledge about hockey. And glad to have you aboard, Zeph. Zeph's always helping us, the channel. Sometimes we have some kind of difficulties with 2-3 people, and he's always protect us to other channels. So, Zeph, as I said to you, for myself, thanks so much to be good, grateful to be good for the channel. About that, not the X word again. Look of a son. Arber Xhekaj 1-1 Lavus. What kind of package would you offer to Elias Pettersson? Forget about that. Pettersson is going to get a $12 million per year from the Vancouver Canucks. He become an RFA. That would cost a lot of money for the Vancouver Canucks to get him. A guy like Elias Pettersson is a 2 first-round pick with your top A prospect and a regular players in NHL. That would give my 2024 first-round pick, second round, then a first-round pick 2025, and then after that you have to give them a defenseman like David Raybacker, example, or Logan Mailloux. And then after that, you have to give them a forward on the top of the top 9. Alex Newhook, maybe. That would be the kind of players that maybe Josh Anderson, but again, that would be like a really not necessary, but that would cost you a lot for Elias Pettersson. Patrick, he prefer Kako que Zegras. The cost to get Kako would be cheaper, but Zegras is a better hockey player. At the end of the career, Zegras is going to have more points at Kako. I had to change something, but under Martin St. Louis, a coaching staff, they will help him get better and willingness for him to improve Zef Lecap. I agree with you about that, Zef. That's my feeling about Zegras, by the way. Luciano, there have only been one coaching change since Martin St. Louis come to Montreal. Luke Richardson. Do you see more change with assistant coach and Goalie coach next season? All the three coaches under Charm. A great point about that, Luciano. It's one of my subject somewhere. Here we go. Luciano, read my mind. Do you believe Montreal need an assistant coach? Now, all those three coaches, I believe, are not UFA, but they don't have no year contract. I think Martin St. Louis is the only one have one more year. So we talk about Raymond, we talk about Lidowski and Burroughs. Stefan Robidas came with under Martin St. Louis. So Raymond and Lidowski and Burroughs. So the question would be a reason behind that. Do you think Montreal should add a new assistant coach, or they should change an assistant coach to help in Martin St. Louis? In my opinion, Martin St. Louis and Montreal Canadiens are really, right now, they protect their staff. They really want to keep the same staff. They can add another coaching, possible, but I think they feel comfortable to work together. And, it's hard from the outside people like us to know exactly what the relationship between all of them, right? And I think I don't see one of them to be out, but more like maybe add a new one with the Montreal Canadiens. That time we tell us, Luciano. In our top, New York Rangers are still a ramp as they allow him to be a tough guy and taking on the heavy weight and NHL. This is what Martin is trying to avoid with Xhekaj. There are so much more to him than just fighting in our top. But one reason they really believe Xhekaj could be a good player in NHL if he's developed properly, right? And that's what they're teaching him to become a better hockey player at the end. I think fighting have a room for the at the right time during a specific game, right? A physical contact or body check have the right time at the specific game during the game, right? And that's what they want to be sure he understands at that part. You don't have to run after anybody, and you don't have to hit anyone all the time. So that's one reason they protect. They go that way, not that bad. Leon, just update on Monahan set to play against St. Louis tomorrow. Awesome, Leon Renault, to hear that. Ram got destroyed last game. Look at Watson. He got Oliver. Oliver, guy, is a tough customer. Bob, I think I answered to you about Pettersson. 2 first-round pick, top prospect, Montreal Canadiens defenseman, and then after that, pro play in NHL. I would take Arber. Ramp is just a wild fighter, not a smart fighter. Young man, right, Luciano? It's a young man, try to establish himself. He have the size. I think if he can learn different things, but right about this. Thanks so much, Jeff. Again, again, on top, never brag around about being the best fighter. Soon or later, you will find you, man. Oliver just show the kid how some accuracy punch on the kisser failed. Great point about this, Patrick, about what happening. William, I think our physicality is stronger. Yes, I agree with you about this. How are you, William? A big challenge for sure. Chicago get Pettersson? I don't think so, Leon. I think the Vancouver Canucks is going to keep. I don't think so. I think Vancouver Canucks is not going to trade Elias Pettersson. Why think 3 first-round pick? It could be that way. Coach, did you get my email with a pick this week? Yes, Willie. I should get yes, Willie. I got that one. Oliver knew what he was attacking right there. William Edvidson gone again. Not a good news. Roland, welcome back in the house, Roland. Not sure if a Canucks can sign Perry for 12 million season. Origin is his 4 million third year, 4 season about that. Now the money is going up, Roland. Remember, guys, Myers, his contract is over. Carrying a $6.75 million. So Myers is going to be out of the lineup, out of this. So if you put the money of Pettersson plus the money of Myers, that will helping the Vancouver Canucks to give that kind of money. And again, Roland, I put $12 million. It could be $10 million or $11 million for that. Also, they have Elias Lindholm is out. And then they have about $3 million for Lafferty Blogger. On defenseman, guys, Zadorov at 3.7 and Ian Cole at 3.7 at $3 million. So they have about 6.7. At the end of the day, they have enough money for Elias Pettersson, Ronan, about that. We'll see. Size, Anderson. Hulk. Vancouver will not trade Pettersson to Montreal for anything. Laska, Suzuki plus Goalie. About that. It's another way to see that, Hulk. My point behind that, I will say to you, Hulk, is like Montreal will not want to trade a Goalie and Suzuki. I need a great defense assistant coach, Luciano, for that. Zegras need to stop being afraid of getting hit and not dump the puck. Also, he need to team to back check and less flashy. I'm not a big fan of the Michigan, my opinion. William McClary, coach, your opinion on the 4-7 round pick on average, only 15 play 200 game or more. Do you feel about them when they are used in the trade? But if you look about this, William, you have a template, and I can maybe send to you, but you have a template in NHL, guys, the value of each pick in NHL, right? But when you pass the second round and the third round, the rest is more about, a little bit lucky behind that. You really to try to find someone around who is still on the board to pick it up, and you hope he can become a good player in NHL. It's not easy. So the asset to make a trade, that 4-round pick, 5th-round pick, 6th-round pick, it's not like big during the trade. It's not bring a lot during the trade. And obviously, this is the biggest problem. This is hard when you make those trades. Montreal Canadiens make a different philosophy in the last 3 years under Ken Hughes and Jeff Gordon. At the late picks, right? I'm talking about 4-round pick, 5th-round pick, 6th-round pick. The Montreal Canadiens are pick player at 19 years old or 20 years old. So the players was the second time they was in the NHL draft. This is the new area or the Montreal Canadiens are looking more. And because they already know what they look like at 19 years old and compared to 18 years old. It's really hard to figure out, like a guy play on the second line, third line in the QM or in the CHL or the USHL or the second pairing. It's not easy to find those kind of players to become a successful in NHL. Whenever you are a great scout, look the success of each team every year. Start round draft round number 4 to 7, not easy. Montreal Canadiens last year or this year, they have Jake Evans, Raphael Harvey Pinard, and Caden Primo. All 3 players draft by the Montreal Canadiens 7-1 pick. It's rare, but this happened about that. So Obviously, not easy. For it's not like the asset and return, or there's not say, oh my God, the 4th round pick, 5th round pick. It's just an asset for them. Hopefully, the answer. Do you think Bruce Boudreau would be considered for an assistant coach role with Habs? No, Bob's. Bruce, 68 years old, I believe now. It would take only a head coach, and I think for him now it's over. I think he have to move on of the Bob of the Bruce Boudreau with him on. Bob Boudreau, Bruce Boudreau, guys, is a motivator, is a communicator, old school. Strategically, he's good, but he's not a guy innovate in hockey anymore. And for me, I don't see him a good asset with the Montreal Canadiens. So you really want to have the right guy behind the bench, Luciano. Zev said no. John, back in the house. Luciano Goalie is the bare minimum Montreal can afford for Pettersson. For that, Bruce Boudreau has more chance to wear in the UP outfit. Pettersson, Suzuki, and Goalie, no thanks. I'm Vancouver, Luciano. Time for Bruce to seek broadcasting, William. About that, Goalie still improving, Luciano. Boudreau will not play second for all Zev. Great point. And pretty much said Montreal has nothing to offer. John, I agree with you about that. Pettersson will have a better career than both players for that. New heavyweight and NHL 6'8" ranking. I just said he won all the tough guys. He said. Do you consider Pettersson elite? Absolutely. He's at the same level I would say you guys at the top of the top. So if you look about Pettersson, I would say to you, he is the McKinnon for me, on my opinion. He is a dominate that level. He's only 24 years old. So Pettersson, I said 24. I could be wrong though. He turned 25. I apologize. 25 now for Pettersson. So he just turned 25. 100 point last year, 74 and 60 game this year. So the guy give you 100 point per season. 39 goal last season. He had 29 right now. He's looking for the same kind of participation overall. So and at that, elite for Pettersson. Go, Abs, go. Thanks so much for all the like we got so far. Claude Richard, welcome back in the house for that. John, I don't know where that remark starts, but it's going to be BS. John, I hope the cap does go up a bunch, Renan. We expect a $3.5 million next season, Renan, and we expect for the next 2-3 years the same way. So they're going to get a little bit higher and higher. McCoy will not to trade to him. I agree with you about that, Luciano, for that. Claude Richard will come back. McCoy have offered Pettersson $20 million. He has responded to the offers. For that, Grateful just on the way. Smell Patrick. Rodrigue Vancouver, 1. Rebecca, Dak, 2 first. Here we go, and I'll tap. 6-3 Washington against Ottawa Senators. Well, if I go, is that deal for that round? You're looking for size RDP. Report of the ad scouting Nashville a game. Any who would have an eye on the board. The rumor recently, Bob, is about Saros. But again, that will be my feeling about that. I don't see anything else that for Nashville can give up for them. On goal, Rick Bengal, welcome back in the house. Thanks to be with our Canadian show, Rick. With a beautiful Dementra at the lake house. I've been waiting for Rick to ask him my next question. Kaliev, maybe LA. Yeah. But I don't know. I have one nominated for the leave, one for the first round. My also to represent. Roy, Vancouver make a contract offer 12 million to person. He has no response to the offer. Crickets about that. But again, how many years? Everything like that would be interesting. Rutherford won trade Pettersson draft. He's proven special. He won to a very good one, an elite player and return. I don't think they lead 2-1. So what will look good down to 401 Rick Bengal. Interesting to see that, Rick. They were looking good, but what about the Montreal Canadiens? Person like a message will stay there where he is, William McClary. That's the feeling about that. 6-3 about this, where RJ Zabar is more likely to be what more next year as a rental. Only they get an offer we can refuse this year. Lechien said next Slavkovsky contract long term or short term? I think Montreal will try to go long term. Pettersson has a reputation, right? He could sign 1 year deal, taking him to unsafe free agency. Okay. You're absolutely about that. 7 might not do it. 7-7 random goal about this one. She clear to assistant program until very soon. Big help. Yeah, I'm sorry about this, but until when? That will be the big question about that. Mitch Bella is in the house. Carter Yarichi, we gotta draft him with Winnipeg picks. Oh, Mitch. Carter Yamkenchuk, guys, is at the top 10. Mitch. It would be disappear possible before Dickinson. We talk about a 6'3 defenseman, right defenseman, I believe. Solid, powerful. One of the best defensemen, by the way. Mitch, it would be gone quickly in the draft. Coach, good news on the Mal goalie front. Jeff Ferrer up for Mike Richard, best goalie in the set. Winner to go. And yeah, I'm sorry about this, William. He has got 24W, I believe, at that moment. I'm not sure the app just gave Sakeski $7 million. Patrick Roger has been looking for a split of the captain role this year. Do you feel the Ottawa Senators could trade Brad Tkachuk? Do you think Tkachuk was ready to wear the captain, the C on the jersey? I don't know. Slab may be one a bridge possible there. Ovechkin minus 3-0 point tonight is retiring after those contracts. No. Interesting runner. It could go that direction. Yeah, rock in my head, Rick. Anthony Mantha upgrading his game recently. Patrick, absolutely about this. He's getting better. You talk about the first red flag was on his new contract. It would be captain. He's not captain material. Stuff like that. Bad penalty. Watch him twice this week. Mitch. Pettersson for catch-up marker would accept. Interesting. Interesting about that. Okay. Absolutely not, coach. Yeah, talk about that today. Actually, about Tkachuk. Probably not, Mitch. No composure. That's it. No picking up. Vancouver. No trade for Brady. I believe Brady could be the cancer in the locker room. There we go. Stan Coven. First NHL goal, 2-2 for Dallas Star. Stan Coven, another great pick by the Dallas Star. Dallas Star, guys, for me, one of the best scout in NHL to pick anybody after top 20. Like, it's easier select top 20. But between 20 to 50, Dallas Star nail it. Robinson, Stankoven, they just nail it after nail it. I know they got Eskinen, 4-round pick, I understand that. But look, Ottinger, 26, they are really good at Dallas Star to pick players at scouting for sure. Talking about Stankoven, I think Montreal Canadiens should look about Maverick Bourque. I don't think so. Dallas would accept to have Stankoven and Bourque on the same team because the size look the same. The hockey sense is about the same. But again, Bourque never been the expectation yet for the Dallas Star. But I think Montreal should look about a guy like Maverick Bourque. We know he have a good career with Shawinigan, cataract Shawinigan. Obviously, injuries struggle stop him a little bit. But I think for me, there will be something to look about. Brady will only play for an American team. Trade him to Arizona. Not a bad idea. Welcome to the show. I think it's the first time. I will call you the 4 double F. Bob's Suzuki had 55 points last year, and somehow got 7 points this year. Then there are some discussion to award such a big contract, but is on the pace for 40 points this year. Right? If Suzuki had 50 points last year and somehow got 7 points this year, then there are some discussion to award such a big contract, but is on the pace for 40 points this year. You're absolutely right about that. That remind me, guys, Alex Newhook and Kirby Doc. 2 players out of the organization. Both of them have a contract at 3 years, 4 years, at $3 million, 3.4. They draft Caufield, Suzuki. Not Suzuki. But they gave them 8 years at 7.85, whatever it is. I think because he was a first overall pick, they will go with that direction with Suzuki. I think for the Montreal Canadiens, they're going to wait 1 more year to see what he looked like. But if Suzuki improve everything he already did this year, I think it will be a long term. If not, they can go with a short bridge like a Kirby Doc and Alex Newhook. But the way they carry on their best players they draft, I think they will try to get him an 8 years contract. But you have to prove it. The type of the players, Leon Renault. Things that was not with Ottawa and the Fire DJ. What do the Senators need, Coach? They never seem to get it all together. Great point, René. First of all, consistency from the owners to the GM, to the head coach, and to the players. Now you're going to see, Pierre Dorion has been there for many years. DJ Smith has been there for many years. The owners was not very good, right? But behind that, René, the locker room, the atmosphere inside the locker room, the chemistry in the locker room, the relationship between players. For me, from the outside, I'm not from the inside, I see a disconnection between the veterans and between the players, the young players. I'll give you an example, René. A good team will try to have a veteran players go dinner on the road with the young players. They would like to have a young player stay at home with at least 1 or 2 years with a veteran player in NHL. Why? Because they try to teaching the players to become NHL players. Right now, I'm not sure if the message of Brady Tkachuk passed inside the locker room. Maybe from that way and to get out that way. But if you have a veteran like Claude Giroux, talk, be a captain, that would maybe be different. Again, I'm not blame Ketchup. I feel for me, the locker room is the problem, and they have to fix that. I feel the Winnipeg Jets, they have a problem in the locker room for a couple of years. I don't blame Blake Wheeler, but when they trade Patrick Laney, after they trade Blake Wheeler, you can see some kind of transformation. And the icon, right, or the pillow is honestly Alibak and Max Sheffley, Josh Morrissey. Those three players make the locker room strong. Look, the goaltender in Ottawa, Talbot, Anderson, and then now they go with Mesclin, right? A defenseman, Shabbat. Look, the game tonight for Shabbat, right? Jeff Chikron never fit inside the locker room inside the Ottawa Senators, in my opinion. I think if I was Ottawa, I would trade Chikron right now. Right now. I would trade for the first round pick and a solid prospect. And again, I don't have to mention anything right now. That would be one thing after that. And then they add more grits. It's not the rest and co guys going to change the locker room. A guy with experience, right? And then a guy have some grits inside of this, have experience to win the Stanley Cup, everything like that. Again, I don't have no name right now in my head to give you. But this is what you're going to try to fix Ottawa. It's not guaranteed behind that. Poorly built roster in Ottawa, Luciano. I think Madison is our cancer in the room. I don't know. I have this feeling just the way to does not pass the circus sometimes make me think something up in the room. Not at all, Mitch. Not at all. I don't think so. You know exactly Mike Madison, guys. No cancer inside the locker room with Montreal Canadiens. No cancer at all. Not at all. Why does not pass to Sakeski on the right side? That's easy. Because you have to turn his body all the time to pass the puck to that side. So it's not like easy to make the move. Secondly, guys, the one-timer shot of the Sakeski is not the biggest one-timer shot. So he likes to build the play from one side and then they finish onto another side. The second game of Suzuki Caufield, it's easier at Sakeski on the other side. Just normal. It's nothing about Mike Madison to be a cancer, guys. Come on. The guy has been a great leader for the Montreal Canadiens. Bob Slav over game has improved Thomason regularly at the point. Sakeski or Bourque could be a future Penguin if they trade for Guanzel. Great point about that. But I don't see Guanzel. Now I have to be careful because I think Joe Pavelski is getting older and he does not perform the same way. And I think at that moment, it could be possible that direction could make that. Guanzel could make that. But again, I think Dallas need more defensemen for the trade deadline. William, Joe, and McDonald, I agree with you about that, William. They gave money too quick, in my opinion. They have to now reserve all the prospect player after the entry-level contract or experience that big contract player gain a lot of leverage. The new owner, Ottawa Senator, will make it fun and a tap. Now, Luciano, I will say to you, I would be disagree with you now. I not say disagree like you're not right, but the experience of him to be with the Montreal Canadiens for many years, right? And to learn that helping him to be more stable with Ottawa Senators. Now, he hired Styles, worked with the Montreal long time ago with Hamilton, Bulldogs, everything like that. So they have some kind of relationship. Now, they hired Dave Poulin. Some people are upset about that. They feel like Dave Poulin, but I think it's just the beginning for Ottawa Senator Luciano. Wait. Now, they bring Jacques Martin. A lot of people complain about Jacques Martin. For me, it's a transition about the new head coach with them. Is it Woodcroft? I don't know. Is it Dane Avison? I don't know. It could be any others. But I think it will bring some kind of better big name for the Ottawa Senators. And after that, they're going to have a good pick again this year. It's a team should be better at this moment after all the players they get. But again, it's tough for the middle. Sometimes you have to get out from the locker room, one or two guys, and change the philosophy of the locker room. That's Ottawa where they are right now. Ownership and new management have been asleep since taking that team. I disagree with you, Patrick. Completely disagree with you. The observation. One can use, and Jeff Gordon got hired, and Martin St. Louis. They did not do anything. Just wait and wait. Now, there was not the same situation with Ottawa Senators. Ottawa Senators guys are not year number one to rebuild. They rebuilt for many years. Now they have to feel it, the same thing happening with Winnipeg Jets. Rick Barnes over there. And I think that's what they are right now. Personally, I think Giroux, I hate being in Ottawa. Triple 4F. Habs should get two larger forward with sandpaper. All they need is to score 20 goals each, but they will 7% board and increase the play with the puck. But it will take time to get those kind of players. Are not easy to find. They should do enter this and making a splash. Og said Suzla is a problem in Ottawa. Again, great talent. I'm not sure the behavior has always been there with him. They have some kind of concern about that, but we'll see. The rumor is about that for sure. GM fire over the no trade clause. Pinto suspended 41 game. Head coach fired. Team terrible on the ice. A new ownership. Bob, so you absolutely that. Caufield is living with a veteran plus at the Rink. Is apparent they are both party hard. Again, Patrick, did you see them at the bar? Right? Did you see them hanging out at the bar every night and drunk every night? I don't think so. Now, what a reporter bring, right? It's like, one thing happened. It's like the guy drank one night and then, he drank every night. Those information for reporter guys, it's not matter. For me, it's about how they become a hockey players. So much hype for Chekron Luciano. I thought Régent Tremblay, here we go. Mr. Tremblay. Now, how many of them, Patrick, did any other reporter bring that, or is only Régent Tremblay? Patrick. I feel like Caufield buy his own condominium at the same place like Nick Suzuki at l'Île des Sœurs. Now, I don't know if Debunking have a condominium also, but I think Caufield have his own condominium. That's the one to be there. William, I agree with you about that. Fuller now at 24, he is 6 away from the all-time rookie record. And at top, losing the Brinkat was a mistake. I agree with you. To have a chaperon. Des fois, Amia, Newhook, Caufield, Roy, Gignac, and all those stuff, where is the sniper, order the Pizarra, and Sakoski. But remember, FFFF, we are rebuilding a team. So we don't expect guys to get everything right away at the beginning, the first 2 years, right? And the Los Angeles Kings take the lead 1-0 against the Oilers. Welcome back, the Oilers. Is it more? Here we go. More. More play with the Toronto Maple Leafs, like Jared McCann. So back to you, Mr. 4F. It just take a time. They're going to find those kind of players, honestly. They have a lot as a defenseman. They're going to have Mayu. They already have Xhekaj. They have a Strobel, and they have Cooley. So the time we tell, fire up everything, be patient about Caufield. The lack of the privacy is a bit of an issue. In Montreal, you just cannot walk alone without being noticed compared to Columbus. Is it too late now to trade Josh Anderson? It's not never too late, Luciano. The problem is contract at 5.5. He still have 2 more years, I believe, after this year. So it would be very difficult for the teams to carry on that kind of money without retaining, and Montreal doesn't want to do that for that. Roy, funny, now Chikwan was happily traded away from Arizona not too long ago. Roy, yeah. Ouais, en la fin de soirée, au Marcus, Cold Café avait de tout évident, ça valait beaucoup de trop sirop pour tous, pauvre garçon. Il était tout étourdi, Régent Tremblay. Encore une fois, Patrick, it's like, because you play with Montreal Canadiens, you cannot do anything. How many times Régent Tremblay drunk during his live, Patrick? Nobody talk about this? And at that, the Mitchell White is down, Fowler or Augustine, William McClary. Johnny Goudreau is not in Columbus, Luciano. Like the way I see it is the app get into the 3-way trade. I can see Amir Gallagher or Anderson been a trade with no retention for Zev Lacave. Zev to be crazy enough. Great Zev at one point. They are young. We're going to get the subject, guys, in the next couple of minutes. Anderson is great, expensive on the 4-line. On the cup container, Montreal can swallow some salary. The problem with that part, you're going to carry on that kind of money, and they already have 2 already P3 next year. FFF. When you do that, you completely cut your leverage to make other trade. If you want to make a bigger trade, FFFF. So I don't think so. And you talk about Montreal should have some grits. I think Josh Anderson brings some kind of grits for the Montreal Canadiens right now. What was it? Situation at the fire. I don't know. I don't follow those situations. FFF. I don't watch TV sport. About this. The brasseur de ouais, that's a peu près ça. I guess that's not kiss de derrière. Woody, coach, Nikushkin returned to practice today. How do you think it would be until he returned to Avalanche? Very quickly, Willie. Whenever you are on the assistant program, that's not help, that's not stop you to do anything else. But I think a couple of days, and you're going to see him returning very quickly. Yeah, for the Wise, but already on average, if they are superstar, you are free. Otherwise, they fall into the comparable category where they're learning contract or giving to the comparable players' performance and age. Great point about that, Bobs. I will say to you, I agree with you. Don't forget to click on the likes. Suzuki, cry baby, Léon Renault. Look, Patrick, je n'aime pas autant la façon comment Caufield joue sur la glace. Now, one night drinking. No, the Rock open up a new dental office in that lie to Sir. Il y aura temps de faire un ménage en haut. Pas vraiment, Nicolas. 1-0 des Kings dans le start score. On break. Dallas 2-2, my friend. Welcome at the house. Marcel. Arber Xhekaj, thanks so much. Je vais ramener Bergevin et Timmins. Les connaître, hopefully, je vais while just thinking how more it's going to slow down the other day, then he score. Here we go, Ron. William, a lot of the team who makes the playoff, usually Toronto enter the playoff and forget what hockey is really like. It's a war of attrition. Sometimes chemistry, William, at the right time. Pick your best time of the year, William, to get the next level to go to playoff, William. Triple F. I'll call you triple because it's easier. 4F is difficult. I'll call you remove one F. Take out one F and put FFF. Triple F. Hey, coach, management love small forward. Management have no plan to acquiring Sandpaper in the draft. Management love 5 players, 106 months. Not good for the Sandpaper. I disagree with you about this, but I respect your opinion. They select the best player they think it would be helping the Montreal Canadiens at long term. That's what they select. Now, Rebacker at 6'2". Fuller at 6'2". Florian Xhekaj at 6'2", become a 6'4". Adam Ekstrom at 6'2". Who else? This is the pick they get can use since they got draft the Montreal Canadiens. Now they get Lane Hudson 5'10". I agree with you. Vincent Rover 5'11". I agree with you. Right? Guindon is not 6 foot, I believe he is. Philippe Mazar is 5'10". I agree with you. Suzuki 6'3". Big forward. All right. Last year, so that's pretty much what they get there. Dallas Star, Islanders, yes, 2-2, my friend, 2-2. Je suis certain, ne prenez pas les informations de hockey tardy sur vrai ratonnage, perte de temps. We don't want to, they want, should run. Surtout pas le gros, la joie. Puis lui et ses amis, mon Luc, là, je ne regarde même plus. That's right. Brandon Shannon has no clue about winning a Stanley Cup, Bob's. I heard Jeff Mason is a billionaire. He can afford to pay a bad contract. Well, it's not about that. It's about the management to have leverage about the salary cap from the NHL rule. Nashville Brunner have never sweep a 5-game road trip. Shucks. Thanks to let us know. Anderson struggling to score should just focus on play physical, at least 6 hits per game. Take 2 and the playoff for RDP. Bob, you said Shani have done a good job in Toronto. Très bon, comme on dit, Luc, exact, tout au contraire de vous. Je me demande si ce ne sera pas toi, le créateur du hockey de 360. I was not said that aloud. I was said that he knows what it takes to win a cup as a player. Oui, mon Luc, ben d'accord. Zeph, I agree with you. For me, I'll be honest with you, the TV is sport. I only watch the game because they are right now. They miss a lot of professionalism about fun, you know. I know Malapierre in La Tendresse, but again, they joke a lot over there. It's just not my style, honestly. For that, Leon Renault, 1-0. And overall, no, Shane has not done a great job, but he was not GM. He's the GM of all the kind of players. About that, Nicolas. Patrick would be better que Hudson. Okay. It's two different players, I'll be honest with you. It's really bigger for honestly on that one. I think for me, both of them are going to be good in NHL. For that. All right, 10 o'clock, guys. We have a subject of tonight. It's not this. I did not bring the subject. Are you kidding me? I did not bring the subject of the night. I apologize for that. Here we go. The subject of the night, the ad news, and then we need a top 5 for the Montreal Canadiens. And is it only this year, or are you willing to wait another year in 2025? This is my poll question today, by the way. You can watch my poll question. Every day we make a question out at 10 o'clock. It's right now out at that moment. And you can get that question about the Montreal Canadiens. Do you feel the Montreal Canadiens should have a top 5 pick this year and next season and next year? Try to get that one. Here we go. I think it's really important. I believe Montreal Canadiens last year to not select top 4 hurt a little bit the Montreal Canadiens. Now, I don't know what happened with Ray Backer, but still, I believe a Fantilli or a Carlson or a Will Smith is going to have a great career in the NHL over David Rebecca. But we got David Rebecca. I'm fine with that. But this year, top 5. They don't have a lot of difference between Celebrine, Dimitar. After that, it's getting close. You have Yaremchuk, Lucianov, Zaliev, Dickinson, Parrott. I believe we call him Parrott. That would be the 3, 4, 5 links from. Can Captain jump there? I don't think so. Number 6, 7. Igela is getting close to the top 10 right now. I don't know. But do you feel it's important for Montreal Canadiens to be a top 5 NHL draft pick? Maybe win the 3. I don't know yet. But how do you feel about that? And don't forget to click on the likes. Go yet that top 5 now and next year. RDP. Add to the need a top 5, maybe a battle 2 first and move up. William McCary. Desperately need top 5 or better for Roy. If we can get Lindstrom, we would be fine in our top. Yes, I think you're right about this in our top, but can Lindstrom be there at the pick Montreal Canadiens are going to be 4, 5, 6, 7? Here we go, Mr. Gursky Beef in the house. Welcome to the show. First time, welcome in the house. We appreciate a lot that you joined the Hockey Nation, the Habs Nation. A lot of people like Lindstrom, for sure. Zeph, Lindstrom would be nice, but I'm afraid he would not be there at the year at the when the Montreal select him. Lindstrom will solve a couple of problems there. App will have a similar season next year. That will be similar again about that. And I think Montreal should get that next year. Now, I feel at some point that would bring guys on my next event. We need a top 5 or better. Luc Fortin, thanks so much. Thanks for everybody. Don't forget to click on the like. That'd be great. for that. Now, my next point come with the top 5 is who do you think, who do you trade to get a top 15 picks? Strobel, Xhekaj, Mayu, Goalie, Hudson, or Rebecca? Do you think it's a year to do this, or the Montreal should wait one more year and 2025 to get a pick they have already from the Calgary Flames, plus a defenseman, Montreal Canadian, and to trade to go lower at the top 15? Remember, they did the same thing with Romanov to Islanders, and then the Islanders trade the 13th overall pick, and Montreal trade that pick to the Chicago Blackhawks to get Doc. Do you think Montreal should go that direction? Franco, welcome to the house. Don't forget to click on the likes. So, Coach and Chester, what are you telling me? Extend the rebuild another year. Looking bad does not expire right away. For that, Coach, we need to pick the best player, even if he's a defenseman. I thought a forward is a real need, but I would be ready until 2-3 years. I agree with you, Zeph. For that, Igala would be a good top 6 forward. For any team, I would be agree with you, Hulk, about this. I'm just not sure with the quality player we have this year as a defenseman, he's going to be a top 10. Can he slide there? Then his name make a better team like Kachuk been number 4. Again, he's getting better this year. He have a great second year, second half. Can is it enough to be a top 10? We'll see. Other thing I would say to you, it depends. The team are number 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If they're looking for a defenseman or a forward. For the Habs are a good player team. A2 would trade a Rebecca. RDP would say wait one more year. Bob would say maybe. William said, do not touch Hudson. For Lichonneau, for the Montreal Canadian next year. Trade Madison to get a top 15 pick. Madison will never get a top 15 pick, Hulk, for Mike Madison. His value is not at that level for that. Use would be definitely be packaging to either moving up or create top prospect in our top. The Ford F said Goalie should be traded. Yes, a little bit like a Kirby Duck. Zeph, the problem use irritated with the Bergeron state. He left the team. He takes a person another 2 extra years. Such bad contract. Good point about that, Zeph. There we go, Franco. That's the way to do this. Mr. B, we said trade Madison or turn him into a forward to give room for a young defense. The problem you're going to get with that one, what I believe is going to have too many young defensemen with the Montreal Canadian at the same time. I think there will be, an extra 2 years with Madison and Savard, and including this year. So this year and next year, Savard, Madison. I think after that, the Goalie are going to be like 4 years in NHL, 3 years in NHL. Xhekaj also, most of them going to be many years in NHL. I think it will be the right way to do it. Uh, Maybe not this year, Oak, but if they will have to trade someone, Oak, they get something in return. He did trade Romanov, remember? But it could be Mayu at some point, Bob's. Definitely, it could be one of them. But if you want to, because you cannot keep all of them, it's impossible. And on that list, I didn't mention, guys, anybody else. I didn't mention Angstrom, Baron. He missed a couple of names there. The Russian kids is not on the list yet. Yeah, too many defensemen. You're not going to make something with Aris or Norlander. William, I think many GM learned in the last couple of years, William, to not trade the first round pick anymore. Seriously, doubt Hughes is trading any young defenseman beside Aris. Yeah, I go with you A2 this year, but I would be surprised. Wait for next year. Strobel Mayo won't get the add a top 15 picks. I don't think so. Strobel make that one again, guys. Uh, you don't trade one specific players at that level. You can trade two players to get that pick. With Rink in the lineup, we know Edmonton won't be winning the cup run with Kings. Yes, Mayo right now is maybe the one of the top best defensemen in American Hockey League, maybe the most point. And to if the top for Montreal is a defenseman, it'll spot then some defenseman. Nasser Rumeur, Ron Franco. Il a gagné un concours de radio qui s'appelait Spectaculairement, alors que deuxième, mais le procès de son ami. Roy, draft any forward who is presently playing in North America and does not need to learn to play on a similar ice and every NHL game. Coach, from the list you provide us, I don't see Montreal trading Strobel or Arber or Goalie or Hudson, to be honest. Again, I don't say they're going to trade this summer, but at some point, they cannot keep all of them. I think 2025 is going to be the year they have to make some choice about the defenseman. I think Montreal need to increasing the top six over there. I think that would be the right way to do this for the Montreal Canadiens. We'll go that way. I will not go yet. Montembeault is going to be the starter tomorrow against the Arizona Coyotes. Strobel Evans are uncertain to play tomorrow night. It will be interesting what will be the call for the Montreal Canadiens. They are the two players right now on the have some kind of injuries. Jake Evans and Jaden Strobel. Use future defense. Goalie, Hudson, Rebecca, Xhekaj, Manson will be traded before his contract expires. Yes, but it's possible he get traded. I don't say they don't have to keep him, but I don't see Madison be traded yet, at least for one more year. Here we go. Oilers tie the game 1-1, a turnover by the Oilers, and Hyman scored a goal and a turnover by the Los Kings at the end of the first period. No problem. We understand. Okay. For that, A2 Mayu right now is worth a top 10 pick, and the draft he was draft 31. Is having a great rookie game in American Hockey League A2. Yeah, I'm not sure. Top 10, I would say to you, A2, it could get a really high pick and return for Mayu. Definitely A2. But again, I don't see Montreal would trade him yet. Coach, I agree, but you're to get a top 15 players this year, then it would be likely to be Mayu or Rebecca. The other, I think, would be available for that scenario you described. Yeah, if you go 1-to-1, right? I think the trade with Romanov, by the way, have a pick come with. Um, Romanov, the one he trade him, he was already established in NHL, right? So, give you an example, guys. Let's see the standing in NHL. So the Pittsburgh Penguins, guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They are right now 22nd in NHL. Let's them finish 22nd NHL. Right? That gave approximately, guys, the 12th overall pick. Pittsburgh Penguins, do you think they're right now rebuilding, or they would like to add a defenseman, young defenseman, as their team in the future? If you look about Pittsburgh Penguins, guys, let's see their team. Again, we're just talking here. We're not there, it will happen. Right? But let's see the Pittsburgh Penguins. Here the point right now here, guys. I understand Riley Smith have a contract at MNTC, everything like that. But do you think Montreal Canadiens could trade Mayu? Example? And in return, they get Riley Smith. He can run a $5 million next year. Plus, they get the first round pick for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Pittsburgh Penguins get a solid defenseman for the future. They open up $5 million. They can maybe get a Jeb Guanzel. And because they're not rebuilding right away, they may be looking for maybe add a plus on that. Again, I said Mayu. It could be any other defenseman for Montreal Canadiens. I'm just talking about a scenario where the Montreal Canadiens could make a trade to get a first round pick for a team like Pittsburgh, example, with a bad contract. Is it worth it or not? I'm not sure. Now remember, guys, you gave a young defenseman could become a good, solid defenseman for Montreal for a pick you don't know yet it will be. I'm not sure if this is worth it or not. Now, when they did Romanov, they thought they're going to have another plus pick up his spot like Caden Goalie. Can Montreal figure out, say, you know what, we can trade that players because we have another plus can pick up his spot. And they get a first round pick and they get a bad contract. Don't forget to click on the likes. Pierre Martin, welcome in the house. Mayu was a pick at 31 goal. He was ranked at 8 and 10. I don't think so, Roy. It's not that way. It was his turn. If you remember, Roy, Montembeault played the first game last week. Primo played game number 2. And then Jake Allen played number 3. So they just now go back with Montembeault, Roy. If Pittsburgh is not careful, they can end up like Washington, Luciano. Namdal, rebuilding, just play hockey. Namdal. Right, Zephyr. I don't know why you trade a top prospect for a 15th round pick. Pierre Martin, it's not exactly a top round pick. It could be number 10, it could be number 11, number 12. The Arizona Coyotes did it with San Jose Sharks. So that's the point before that. So I'll give an extra pick for the Montreal Canadiens. We finished bottom five. That's get them into the lottery. Am I correct? Yes, honestly, for F to win the lottery, it can be 1 to 10. So the chance are smaller when you have like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They have better chance to win the lottery if you pick, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If they finish outside the top 10, they only keep the pick. If they pick a top 10, they won't trade the top 10. All about that. Again, I'm not talking a specific this summer. I'm talking maybe in 2025. I'm talking about 2026. Thanks so much, RJ. Browns are going to take the lead 1-0. The Boston Bruins. Game number 2. We'll check if we have it. RJ, tomorrow, 12 game in NHL. Montreal Canadiens play on that one. The game is in Dallas with 6 minutes to go remaining on my side. The Islanders on power play. Another point interesting, guy, is the performance of Cole Caufield the last couple of games and many for a couple of months. And now Cole Caufield, Martin said we talk about is the way he get better without puck. And the people yesterday was talking about what's the problem with Jesse Lennon don't play on the 4 line, everything like that. And we talk about this, guys. The problem with Lennon is he does not know what to do with no puck. And it's not easy to learning that. And he knows he need to improve that. But I think for me, to learn from Cole Caufield in the beginning of the season, guys, delivery a lot of great things on the ice. With the Montreal Canadiens to become a better hockey player. And I think this is maybe could helping Ireland. Yes, he does not play on the top 9. Yes, he is not the player we maybe expect. But at the end of the night, I think he could become a better hockey player. Cole Caufield is getting better and better as an F2 with the Montreal Canadiens. F1, F2, F3. And I think for me, Ireland, he need to improve that kind of game to become better. His defensive zone, back checking, follow the man, anticipate the play, read the play, and sometimes, guys, is you don't have to win the battle. You don't have to. Sometimes, guys, is the space on the ice. If you give 15 feet space to the players, he's going to get the speed. But if you give him only 5 feet, you maximize the players to be not go nowhere. Cole Caufield become that kind of player now. He understands now where to go when the puck is under an area of the game and what the game tell him what to do. So a lot of anticipation by how he can cut the space when he cover a players. Again, I'm not talking to go in the corner to win the battle. It's to maximize the space on the ice. And I think this is what Martin Louis talk about Cole Caufield as a F2. Suzuki become, honestly, a big role as a F1 for the Montreal Canadiens. And I think this is one Islanders should learning. And this is what Martin Louis talk all the time. It's not about when you have the puck. It's about when you don't, what you have to do without the puck on the 3-zone area, on the offensive side, on the neutral side, and on the defensive side. And this one, you have to learn better about that. Hug said Pittsburgh have 17 contract expiring between now and the end of next season. They are not in the cap trouble for that. Dubas has some big decision to make, Luciano. You are afraid them, Bruins, okay. If it comes down to the league versus Bruins, I'm going Bruins, Pierre Martin. Don't scare me, Luciano. No, I think if I was a Toronto Maple Leaf, you don't want to play against the Florida Panthers. This is the team can stop they can stop Toronto. If Toronto play Florida Panthers, and then the Florida Panthers get eliminated by any other team, the Toronto Maple Leaf guys are going to reach the third round this year. The only thing can stop Toronto is the Florida Panthers, in my opinion. They can play with any other team at this moment. Now, the trade line can change everything, right? But tonight, I will say to you, my only concern for Toronto is really the Florida Panthers. And that was signed to 7-year ownership. What's happening currently was a possibility about this. Thanks so much for all the like we got tonight. Leave are afraid of their own shadow. Look, and put the Caufield brain and export the data into Island or drive. That's pretty much A2 the way to do that. I'm watching the replay. On big ownership knew what happening and now was a possibility. It was a game to about 7 years. On paper, Leaf and Bruins are very close and stat that Leaf score more, but Boston gave up field goal. It would be great series on paper anyway. I agree with you about that, Bobs. I just feel the Boston Bruins, they are not dirty or they are not physical like the Florida Panthers. And for me, this is where I feel like the Toronto Maple Leafs going to have a little bit more time with the team are really physical. And they play man-to-man and they play hard and they hit you a lot. I think that would be one thing they have to learn or they have to, the Leafs are going to struggle. I don't see the Rangers that way. I don't see Carolina that way. I don't see Tampa Bay that way anymore. Detroit, not that way. If you look about all the team, the only team, Toronto, for me, I would not want them to play again is the Florida Panthers. Otherwise, they can play with anybody else right now. I would not put too much hope into Buster and a tap. I say we'll not bet against the Boston versus the Leaf. Rookie season and playoff, not the same coach at Toronto, not built for that. Guys, I understand you're not going to like me to say that. But Toronto, guys, right, was only one goal before they beat the Tampa Bay Lightning 2 years ago. For me, the way they play in the last 3 seasons of the playoff have to be considered better for them. Pettersson on the bench got hurt. Got a puck on is here from Raleigh. So for me, Austin Matthews is on a mission to score 70 goals. Toronto Maple Leafs learned last season they can win playoff series. This is a process in NHL. You have to taste it. When you taste it, you want it again. That's what they are, the Toronto Maple Leafs. If you look about what happening with Colorado Avalanche, same way. He took McKinnon how many years? They could not go after the second round playoff by Minnesota. They got beat 3 times by Minnesota on the first round, the second round. For years, they could not go nowhere until they find a way to go through that. I think for me, this is the year with Matthew. Yeah, it's enough for him now. I feel that he had the same kind of the laser like McDavid did 2 years ago. I think the same way with Matthews this year. I think Matthews just said, you know what, this is the year we're going to prove everybody we can go through. I feel they are right now on that stage with maturity about the league. Again, if they play Florida first round, that'll be hard. But they play any other team, I feel this is the year where the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to go that way with that. If Bertuzzi and Domi is getting hot like they do right now, Tyler Bertuzzi, guys, and the playoff, look what he did last year with the Boston Bruins. Right? Again, we don't know yet. The trade deadline. If they add Tanev at the trade deadline, again, this is a team could be go all the way. Sounds like when you first start dating, Luciano, leave out a regular season team until they prove they're more. They lost a 5 game to Florida. Gary Connolly, welcome in the house. The Senators could score in the playoff like he does in the regular season. They should advance more run. Luciano, about that. Matthews maybe gets in fire in the regular season, but it's not matter if they lose in first round. Again, you're absolutely about that, but again, and that's said, I just repeat, this is where I believe the league this year could be that the year. Now they win the Stanley Cup, but this is the year where the Toronto have how hungry and they tasted last year. But the Florida will be the thing can stop them. About that. And again, how many years in the row have Toronto choke in the playoff? True, Pierre, but they make the playoff. Right? They are in the playoff. Ottawa and Detroit and Buffalo are not in the playoff. And they go there. Now it's to learning to win the playoff. Again, that said, I'm a Toronto Maple Leaf. But I feel, this is what I feel right now about the Toronto Maple Leaf. The 3 line is getting good with Domi, with Bertuzzi. If the bottom 6 can play at that level, with McMahon have 9 goals right now. Now, you have to be sure the defensemen, I think they need to add a veteran like Danev that helping stabilize their line. But again, the time will tell us. Matthews has a habit of going Miami in the playoff, where it was years it only about 2021. Of the current 8-team East team and the playoff, who do you think the Leafs can beat? All of them, only Florida Panthers, I think, right now, and after. They made the playoffs since 2000, last first round every year, except last season, last easily in the second round. Not evidence they learn anything. I disagree with you about that, Og, about that. Disagree with you. Now, I will give you an example, all right? Let's take the Colorado Avalanche, all right? Coach, are you crazy? You defend the Leaf. No, I try to give you the facts. Why I said to me, I tried to say to you guys, it's not easy for the Toronto Maple Leaf. Toronto Maple Leaf, right? They got beat by the goaltenders called Proposki. I agree with you. The year before that, they got beat by Carey Price. Before that, they got beat by Vasilevsky twice. The goaltender played a big role on that one. Let's check now the Colorado Hurricane, the Colorado Avalanche playoff. Uh, they lost again the Suzuki Kraken, the goaltender Philippe Grobauer. All right. The year before that, Colorado won the Stanley Cup. I give it to you. The year before that, all right, they lost again the Vegas Golden Knight. They won the St. Louis Blues. It was Bennington, the goaltender. Do you think Greg Bennington is Vasilevsky? I don't think so. Right? The year before that, the Colorado Avalanche lost a second round. They beat the Arizona Coyotes at the first round. And then after that, they lost again at Ottinger. I think it was Ottinger, by the way. 1920. I'm not sure it was Ottinger. I think it was Kupudin. I think it was Kupudin. Or Ben Bishop was hurt. My point behind that, guys, is the Toronto face to the top goaltender every year. The Colorado never happened. The goaltender and the Western is not going to happen a lot. It's a big factor when you evaluate a team going to playoff. That's the reason it's not easy, because every year you face to the top goaltender when you go in the first round. Last year, the league beat a depleted and injured Tampa Bay team on defense and attack. For that, honestly, as much as pain me to say this, the league are due to finally get past the second round. Bob's about that. They lost in the first round every season. That failure for about that. Keep poking the beer and attack. Maybe the league need to start eating hot dog like yourself, and maybe they can win the cup run. In the last 10 years, the league make the playoffs 7 times, only one playoff win. I agree with you about this, Pierre Martin. Again, I just explained the reason behind that. I learned to do another time. You can disagree, but they are no proof they learn anything. Every year you lose, Mr. Hug, you learn something. Every year. Here we go. The Islanders win, beat the Dallas Star guys tonight. And this is a huge W for the New York Islanders. Again, the Dallas Star. And that's all. Big goal. And Dallas Star lost tonight, but they scored 3-2. So can play a big role tonight. Both of that. Oh, before that, all that hit the post. In sense friendly, William McLaren. That's the feeling I have. I'm great than ever matches now, so we see how he's going to coach elite of the player. Same. I go to Toronto. Did not lose because of the goalie. They lost because the regular season star failed to possess and the playoff. Okay. All right. My point, Og, I will say to you, is it easier to play against Vasilevsky or to play with Velmeka or any goaltender for Arizona? Answer me that question. Is it easier to play against Bennington or play Vasilevsky? Good point. The Leafs have no great goaltender. Boston could go all the way if they look for the 7 game last year. Took Boston out last season. Yeah. Loser make excuse hug winner don't need to. Hey, John Teresa gave us the seat back and will be Slovy with that Portugal chicken. Boston Garrett is able to sign the leave. And I can start clean up the locker room. Boston will revenge the early exit from the playoff, Pierre Martin, if possible. That's a great thing about sport. We just never know for sure who will win the big trophy. Bob, you're sorry about that. Some players just not cannot perform in the playoff. It's fun game because the regular season time and space is taken away as a player so often never success. Uh, and after they basically have to win through the third road of the last 24 game now. Then the laugh must be better Subirgini than I've been losing to the playoff for 57 years. One Arizona did score 7 goals on Vasilevsky one time. Here we go. Islanders beat Dallas Star tonight. Another good game for Islanders. And that will helping them in the standing. Coach but Rosie contact lens. Again, like I said, guys, I would not be shocked if the Leaf do well in the playoff. That's my point behind that. I think for me, Matthew is on a mission right now. I think that team, if they can add a defenseman, I think could be a good team for the playoff. I think because what they learned last year, get there. Again, that's not guaranteed they're going to win. I'm not saying they win the Stanley Cup. I just feel this season, Matthew is on a mission to go deeper this year. That's it. That's all. Nothing else about that. And I feel like the only thing can stop more the Leaf is the Florida Panthers. That's what my feeling are right now for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Bob, what is your opinion? This is a team, Bob, have everything together, right? They have a solid defense, a solid goaltender. They have a lot of great defensemen, and they have a lot of good forward. We always said they're missing a right winger, a right winger, a right winger. Now, is it Kako can get that one over there? I think they missed for me Grizz players at the bottom 6, and then add a right defense, a right winger. Last year, I think the team was great to make the playoff and to go deep. They add Patrick Kane, they add Tarasenko. Why did not work? The chemistry. You need chemistry to go deep. You need all works together. Right now, they're looking good. Toronto are looking good right now. The Oilers did it a couple of weeks ago. The Vegas Golden Knights win the Stanley Cup because they connect at the right time together. They did a lot of things normally does not happen in the playoff. Usually, if you win the playoff, you have a great special team. Did not happen last year. It was weird last playoff last year. Score like 9-2, power play all around the map, everything like that. So the team going to make the playoff this year, long run, have to be played as a chemistry together. I think there is a great underrated team over there. But again, the Rangers play against the Tampa Bay Lightnings at the first round. Is Vasilevsky is hot. I would not give everything for the New York Rangers beat the Tampa Bay right away. If it's Detroit, I feel better for the Rangers. And then they play against Carolina or the Flyers or any other team. So they have a great path. Again, you complaining about Toronto. Is it easier to play Toronto, Boston, Florida, Tampa? Or is it easier to play Rangers, Philadelphia, Carolina, and whatever is going to be under the team? This is the reality behind that. And then you go to the third round when you have a Rangers or the Carolina versus any other team at the Classic. It's not going to be easy. For that, Coach Shade, Supervisor Elite Dormir, learn to force it, McDavid, run. However, this 3-1 regulation sent taking over. I believe this is there for next season. William, I agree with you about that. I think Matisse Blow and the playoff, he should switch to doing Bono with Mustache. He's ready. Bobby wear the same one. But why not to go with Wolf in our top? Depending on the toes of the East right now. I agree with you about this. That win in the playoff at Crosby, Malkin, only one cup won the team have depth lane. Tays won the cup on the team as that. I agree with you about that 100%. Great point, William. Will be interesting what happening. All right, guys, will be the time to finish the show tonight. It was a great overall Montreal Canadiens fun tonight to talking about. It was a pickup. I decided to come here at the last minute just talking about the Montreal Canadiens. And it's just because we like to do it. We don't have many viewers, but it is what it is at the end of the day. Don't forget, we'll be back tomorrow night for Montreal Canadiens play again the Arizona Coyotes, 7 o'clock. And that way, the Kings take the lead 2-1. Oh. Again, defensive. And Laferrière score, I believe. Wow. Not easy for the Oilers.
You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you.
I hope I'm entertaining you guys with my Toronto Maple Leaf statement. I wish you an amazing, great, sweet dream, everybody. Enjoy the night. I'll be back tomorrow again, 7 o'clock p.m. We want to thank the moderator, Run with Kings, with his Kings. And then in our tab edition with the Toronto Maple Leaf. Great subject to talk about tonight. Montreal Canadiens. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 o'clock. And we want to thank everybody to be with me tonight. And don't forget to click on the likes. Until then, be well, be L. Find a way not only to donate your day, but find a way to donate the first app of what? Your 2024. The Hockey Nation and the Habs Nation want to tell you one more thing. We love you, people. Have a great night, guys. I can't wait to see you next time. Until then, was mocking us about the Leaf all night. He doesn't believe it. Have a good night, Nicolas. You stay with us. You're welcome, William. Have a great night, everybody. Not yet, Bobs. Not a problem, William. You're absolutely right about this look. Merci beaucoup, Nicolas. Great hockey player, Laferrière run. Good pick for the Los Angeles Kings. Score a goal. Good night, Bob. Thanks again, everybody, to be with me tonight. I can't wait to see you tomorrow night. Have a good night. The gym is over. I love it already. Oh. Are you ready? Bullseye.